So we're going to carry out a demonstration right now. And this is in response to President Tinubu's spokesperson on economic affairs, one Mr. Faswa, who said that $1 can get you a meal in Nigeria. Okay, that was a recent statement. So let's don't speak, let's don't say too much. Let's just demonstrate. Now, this is a plate of rice, plate of jollof rice. And guess what? No chicken, no beef. Okay? For the sake of this demonstration, I had to get eggs instead. Okay? So you have a plate of jollof rice with 3 eggs. And then you have a portion of plantain. I got this rice from a mall. And the measurement in this mall is not based on portion, but based on weight. Okay? And you can tell that it's really cheap. All right? Anybody and everybody goes there to buy food because they deem that more affordable. For you, it might not be a decent meal. Okay? Obviously, it might not be a decent meal for you. But if you can have this, you're good to go. And guess how much it is? The plate of rice costs 1,456. Okay? The plate of rice costs 1,456. The portion of plantain, the portion of fried plantain, costs 1,045 naira. Then the eggs cost 900 naira, of course. Okay, there are 3 of them, so 300 naira times 3, 900. Now, if we look at our federal minimum wage, an average civil servant earns 70,000 naira as minimum wage. Okay? If you split this 70,000 naira in 20 working days, it simply means that every civil servant is earning 3,500 naira every day for 20 days. We are excluding weekends. Now, the total cost of this meal you see here, okay, which is not decent to you, okay, perhaps affordable and okay for some other people, not decent to you. Now, for this, is 3,401 naira. So now, if a civil servant in Nigeria is supposed to earn 3,500 naira every working day for 20 days, excluding weekends, it simply means I have to work for a whole day to afford 1 square meal. So you probably have to work for the next 10 to 12 hours just to afford 1 square meal. And somebody said you can get 1 decent meal a day for 1,500 naira. Where? And now let's assume that you can actually get 1 meal a day for $1. Now, for the sake of this conversation, we are going to cap $1 at 1,500 naira. Okay? It keeps fluctuating, so we're going to stay on one place. Now, at 1,500 naira, for you to eat 3 square meal a day, you need 4,500 naira. Okay? Remember that your minimum wage, if you split your minimum wage for 20 working days, you're working a day for 3,500. So you have to work for the next 10 hours for you to afford 2 square meal. So what happens to the third one? We're assuming, that it's possible that you can get a meal for $1, and we're capping it at 1,500. And remember that from our calculation about your minimum wage, you're supposed to earn 3,500 naira a day for the next 20 days, excluding weekends. Now, for your 3,500, you can only eat 2 square meal a day for the same 1,500 that he said on a podcast. So what happens to the third one? We're excluding weekends. So now what happens to the other 10 days that are not included in our calculation? So you won't eat for the next 10 days after you have finished eating your minimum wage in 20 working days. So that means if we are to be fair and calculate this thing properly, it simply means that your minimum wage is not supposed to be 70,000 naira. Your minimum wage is supposed to be 135,000 naira. If we are capping you at 2 square meal a day for the next 30 days, you're supposed to be earning 135,000 naira. So if you were capping you for 3 square meal a day, you're supposed to be earning way more than that, around 145,000 naira as your minimum wage. Now, we're only calculating based on the food you're going to eat in your mouth, like from hand to mouth, like you're working just to eat. We're not talking about your utilities. We're not talking about your health. Nothing. Just food. So when they come out to talk, it just gives you an insight that they know exactly what they are doing. They know that the 70,000 naira minimum wage is actually nothing. It's the same thing as paying civil servants 30,000 naira a few years before. That's it. That's exactly what it is. People are still where they are. They haven't moved. They haven't progressed. You can't get a proper meal for 1,500 for $1 in Nigeria. And if you want to struggle to eat crap, you still cannot afford 3 square meal a day with your minimum wage. That's basically what it is. So he said that you can get 1 meal a day for $1. Well, we have proven that it's not true. That's false. And also, we have proven that the 70,000 naira minimum wage is not good enough for the Nigerian worker, because it's now obvious that Nigerians are starving even when they are working.